How many times have you thought you couldn't bear another day? How many times have you woken up wishing you could stop feeling this silent pain that follows you like a shadow? If you are here now, watching this message, it's because, despite everything, there is still a spark of hope inside you, even if it feels faint, even if you can barely sense it. It's there. And that spark might be enough to change everything. I know the weight of depression is cruel. I know there are moments when it feels like it's going to win, that everything you've done so far wasn't enough. But today, I ask you, stay here with me until the end of this video. Not because I have magical answers. Not because words alone will heal your pain. But because maybe, somewhere between one sentence and the next, you will find the strength you need to hold on just a little longer. And sometimes, holding on a little longer is all life needs to begin to change. Here, you will not be judged. It doesn't matter how long you've been fighting. It doesn't matter how many times you've thought about giving up. You are welcome exactly as you are, with all the weight you carry. Take a deep breath. Let every word you hear today find a place in your heart. Let's take this step together. I know there are battles no one sees, silent battles fought inside the mind, where every thought is a struggle not to sink deeper. Depression isn't visible like a cut on the arm or a bruise on the skin. It's invisible to the eyes, yet it weighs like tons on the heart. And the cruelest part is that often those around you don't understand. They tell you to cheer up, to just get over it, as if it were simply a matter of willpower. But your pain is real. It is legitimate. It is not weakness. It is not a flaw. It is not laziness. It is a condition that steals the colors from the world, that turns simple tasks into massive mountains to climb. And if you are facing this today, know this: you are already braver than you realize. Because being here, breathing, trying, even silently, is a daily act of incredible courage. It doesn't matter how many times you have fallen. It doesn't matter if today you feel too tired to get up. Your silent resistance is already a victory that maybe no one around you sees, but one that matters deeply. The fact that you are still here, watching, searching for a spark to continue, shows that even in the darkness, there is something inside you that refuses to surrender. And that alone is extraordinary. In this space, your struggle is honored, your pain is acknowledged, and your tired courage is celebrated. You are not weak for feeling. You are human, deeply human. And that is enough. There is a moment, silent and devastating, when the pain feels greater than any strength you have left inside you. A moment when getting out of bed feels impossible, when opening your eyes is an unbearable act of resistance. A moment where everything you once believed in, everything you once dreamed of, everything you once were, seems to have vanished. If you are at that point right now, I want you to know, this is not the end of your story. It may feel like depression has won. It may feel like there's nothing left but emptiness. But that is the lie pain tells when it reaches its peak. The pain screams so loudly that it tries to drown out all the other voices inside you. But even if today all you can hear is the sound of your own exhaustion, there is something beyond. Something pain cannot erase. This moment, this point where everything seems lost, is terrifying. I know. But paradoxically, it is also the moment when your silent rebuilding can begin. Because for something new to be born, sometimes something old has to be left behind. Sometimes the silent scream you feel is actually your soul's call to rise again. So even if it's hard, even if it feels hopeless, breathe. Hold on a little longer. Because the greatest darkness often happens just moments before the first light breaks the horizon. And maybe, without even realizing it, you are much closer to dawn than you think. There's a quiet wisdom in nature that we often forget. The night is darkest just before the dawn. It's at the moment when everything feels absolutely lost, when the cold is sharpest, when the silence is heaviest, that the first ray of light begins to break the horizon. Your life right now might feel like that deep night, a long, endless night that drains all your strength. But even while you feel like the darkness is defeating you, Something silent and invisible has already begun to change. Because dawn never announces itself with trumpets. It starts small, almost imperceptible, silently breaking through the night. That's how transformation happens within you. Maybe at this very moment something is already shifting. A part of you that refuses to die. A hope that insists on breathing, even amid the pain. And maybe, without even realizing it, your soul is already whispering, "Hold on a little longer. The light is coming. No night lasts forever. No pain is infinite. Life, even when broken, even when wounded, carries a force of renewal that surpasses what we can see. You might not feel it yet. You might not believe it now. But just like the night, this phase will end. And when the light finally touches your face, you will realize that every second you endured was worth it. You don't have to change the world today. You don't have to defeat depression in one heroic move. Today, all you need to do is take a step. One small step. A gesture so simple it might seem insignificant, but in truth, it's an act of pure courage. Maybe that step is simply getting out of bed and opening a window. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water, taking a warm shower, listening to a song that brings comfort. Maybe it's just breathing consciously for 1 minute, feeling the air move in and out of your lungs. Each of these gestures, no matter how small, is a way of saying, "I'm still here." Depression loves to make you believe that if you can't do everything, it's not worth doing anything. But that's a lie. Every small movement is a seed. Every tiny choice is a brick placed on the construction of your new path. You don't need to see the whole road right now. You just need to take the next small step. Today, choose something simple, something you can manage. No pressure, no grand expectations. Just one act of kindness toward yourself. Small enough to feel possible, yet big enough to mark your journey of resilience. You don't have to be perfect to be incredible. You don't have to be completely healed to be valuable. All you need to do is keep walking, even if it's slow, even if you stumble, even if you cry. Because every step matters. Every step is a victory. Every step is life. If there's one thing I want you to carry with you after this video, it's this. Your pain does not define who you are. Your hard moments, your darkest thoughts, your struggles. None of that erases the essential truth that lives within you. You are more than your sadness. You are more than your fight. You are a universe of possibilities still waiting to unfold. Even if today the weight feels unbearable, even if the world seems colorless, remember, your existence matters. Your life holds value, even when you can't see it. You still have so much to live for, to feel, to transform. And maybe one day, you will look back and realize that the seeds you planted today, small and silent, blossomed into a life full of meaning. If this message touched your heart, if somehow you felt seen, welcomed, understood, I want to invite you to join us. Subscribe to the channel, Depression. Know. This space was created to be a refuge, a light during the darkest nights, a hand reaching out to remind you that you are never truly alone. Here, you will always find words of strength, comfort, and hope. Here, every small victory will be celebrated. Here, you will be reminded every day that life is still pulsing within you. Breathe, feel, live, and when the weight feels too heavy, come back here. We'll be waiting for you.